Sup people, bring you guys another video. So yeah, if you guys don't know, DAZN and Matchroom Boxing recently announced Demetrius Andrade versus Dusty Harrison. Fight's taking place on the 27th of November. The fight will be shown live on DAZN. Fight will be taking place over in Florida in the undercard of Jacobs versus Gabriel Rosado. So anyway, this fight will take place at 168 pounds. Demetrius Andrade, as we all know who he is. 32-year-old fighter from Providence, Rhode Island, undefeated, 29-0, 18 wins come by way of knockout TKO. Currently the WBO middleweight champion of the world, and like I said, this fight is taking place at 168 pounds. So the title, the WBO middleweight title, won't be on the line in this fight. Andrade will be fighting in a 10-round fight against Harrison. Andrade is coming off a win against Luke Killer back in January of this year before Corona hit. He was able to get a good win against Luke Killer, TKO in 9 rounds. I think I was in the Philippines when that fight took place, and I think I just watched the highlights of it. And now here he is fighting at 168 pounds against Dusty. Yeah, it looks like he has never fought above 160 before, looking at his resume. So this will be the heaviest Andrade will be come fight night on November 27. His opponent, Dusty Harrison, also undefeated. Young, 26-year-old fighter from DC, Washington, D.C. He's finally getting a fight that is recognized by a lot of people. Dusty Harrison, I've always been a fan since he was, I think he was 18 years old when he turned pro, back in 9 years ago, 2011. So he's been around since he was 17, pretty much. Yeah, I still remember reading an article, like, recent high school graduate or high schooler from DC, being a professional and all that, and his career just hasn't skyrocketed. Him being undefeated, 34-0. I mean, you'd think that people will be behind him, and he'll have a big following, but he doesn't. I mean, he does have a decent following here in DC, but this is his opportunity. This is his chance to go out there and show the world what he's made of. Dusty has been fighting in heavier weights these days. He's been fighting mostly at 147 throughout his career, but the older he got heavier. And as you guys can see, his last fight was against Les Sherrington, which took place back in February of this year, and he fought Sherrington at 175 pounds. That's heavy. So yeah, 168 will probably be more comfortable for Harrison, considering that he's already fought above 160 before. He fought Bruce Rumbles back in March of 2019 at 170 pounds. So he's no stranger to this weight division at 168 pounds, compared to Andrade, who's never really fought above 160 before. So it's a fight between two undefeated fighters, and it's a very good fight, very good undercard to Jacobs versus Rosado. And like I said, the fight will be shown live on DAZN. So if you want to see this fight, you have to get DAZN. To be honest, I don't have DAZN right now. I guess I might have to subscribe again. I canceled it during the the peak of Corona when boxing wasn't showing. So maybe it's time to get my subscription again for DAZN. Yeah, right now, Andrade being the champion, him being undefeated, him wanting big fights. It's a must-win situation for Andrade if he wants those big fights against the Canelos, the Charlos, the Billy Joe Saunders. He needs this win if he wants those big money paying fights. As for Dusty, it's all or nothing for Dusty. He's young. This is his chance, his opportunity to fight a world champion like Demetrius Andrade, to put his name out there. If he wins this fight, the sky's the limit for Dusty. He needs to win this fight if he wants to put himself in the map in the sport of boxing. And honestly, I hope he does. I live in Maryland. I live in the DMV area. I'm rooting for Dusty. I've always been a fan, and I hope he pulls it off. I'm a fan of Andrade as well. But Dusty, it's my boy, man. It's my boy. I hope he pulls it off. And I think he definitely has a chance, considering that this weight, 168 pounds, is more comfortable in his favor. It's more in Harrison's favor, in my opinion, compared to Andrade. They're about the same height and everything. I just feel like Andrade might feel a little heavy at 168, maybe, or that's at least that's what I'm hoping for. But definitely Andrade has experience. He's been in there against better opposition. Has fought better fighters. Obviously he's a world champion. He'll definitely be the favorite in this fight. I'm realistically speaking, I'm leaning towards Andrade just because he's been in there against better opposition. I mean, let's look at his resume. I mean, I know it's not the best resume out there, but it's definitely a lot better than Dusty Harrison's resume if you look at the level of opposition Dusty has been fighting throughout his career. Um, but I think Harrison definitely has a big shot and has a good chance of pulling off the big upset. But right now, I'm going towards Andre, basing on experience. But Dusty definitely has a size advantage in terms of being more comfortable at 168 pounds. Anyway, it should be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.